Welcome to London, to the 2011 Nations Cup, presented by the International Federation of Poker in conjunction with the International Mind Sports Association. I'm Richard Orford and we're here at the London Eye for the Duplicate Poker World Championships. 12 teams from all around the world will compete in this exciting new poker format.
Poker in the public mind is still associated with smoke-filled rooms, Jack Daniels. It's regarded as a form of gambling, and I've written about that myself 20 years ago in a book called Big Deal. But these days, particularly this century since the online boom, you have tens of millions of people out there who want to play poker for the love of the game, not for money. And I very much thought that their cause was worth championing, and that's what we're trying to do.
Well, it's the stunning County Hall in London where you'll find the corridors of power in poker right now. The International Federation of Poker are holding a conference where over 40 nations have assembled from around the globe to discuss the game.
The Nations Cup is a team duplicate poker event for 12 national teams. It's an elimination over 2 days. 12 teams will compete on day one. That'll be reduced to 6 for the final on day 2, finally crowning the Duplicate Poker Nations Cup champion at the end of the second day.
My name's Dexter Fletcher and I'm backing the IFP because, contrary to popular belief, some people think that poker is a game of luck. I'm of the belief that it's a game of skill and ability.
Hello, I'm Lucy Porter, the writer and comedian, and I love poker because I think of it as a mind game, like chess, except you don't have to grow a beard.
Duplicate poker is an exciting variation of Texas Hold'em that levels the playing field between opponents so that the winner is entirely determined by skill. Here's how it works. Duplicate poker is always played on multiple tables with identical hands and identical community cards. Each person is playing against the opponents sitting in the same seat position at the other tables. For example, seat 1 on table A is playing against all the other players in seat 1 across the tournament. The chips a player wins or loses on a hand are added to their score, and then the chip stacks are returned to their starting level, ready for the next hand. After a predetermined number of hands, the scores of all players in a particular seating position are compared to see who has performed the most skillfully. Points are then awarded to the teams based on their players' finishing positions in those seats.
I think the most compelling thing about duplicate poker is the level of analysis it allows for a viewer. With the same cards, exactly the same cards played on all tables around the tournament, you can see top players from around the world facing exactly the same situations. And that's never been seen before in regular poker. So if a particularly interesting hand develops on one table, it's developing all across the tournament room. And as a viewer, you can watch your favourite players from around the world facing the same situation and deploying different strategies. And that's absolutely fascinating for a viewer, and it's never been seen before.
Well, with me is Barney Boatman, the UK captain. Barney, this is a unique event, isn't it, on the old London Eye?
Yeah, it really is. It's a great way to kick off duplicate poker. I mean, we've always known that poker is a game of skill, but that skill gets clouded sometimes by some of the other things that come into it, and this is a fantastic way to showcase what a great game of skill it is.
With me now, the irrepressible Tony G, representing Australia, of course. Tony, you've done a few things in poker, but this has got to be right up there as something a little bit new, hasn't it?
Well, this is amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. We're not playing for the money, we're playing for our countries, we're playing for our pride, and it's all about skill. I'm really, really fascinated, excited, and just very happy to have made the team.
Well, here we are actually inside one of the pods and we've taken over it. We've got a standard poker table with all of our players sat around it, a dealer of course, we've got a scorer as well who's compiling all the results on a computer so they can match it all up with all of the other tables. And the really interesting thing about duplicate poker is this. every single hand has a brand new pack of cards assigned to it, with all the cards put into a particular order so that it tallies with all the other tables. As part of this celebration of cerebral athletics, the International Mind Sport Association demonstrated games such as duplicate poker, Go, Draughts, Bridge, Xiangxi and chess. Over the next 3 days, it's the turn of poker to take centre stage as 12 teams battle it out to claim the first Nations Cup title. And then Sunday will see the final of the first IFP World Championship of Poker with a first prize of $250,000.